What the enemy meant for evil, God will turn it around for your good. I wanted to share my testimony with you, how God took my childhood trauma and turned it into victory for his glory. My mother was battling, real briefly, my mother was battling generational curses. She had me at a very young age. She was battling drug, alcohol, physical abuse, mental abuse, verbal abuse. Most of the time, the abuse led her into the hospital. She was involved in incest. She was involved in rape. Like my mother, life was like hard, and not just her life, but her mother. Life was hard, which is my grandmother, her mother's 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 mother. So my mom was battling a lot. My father raised me at a very young age. He won custody, took me away from my mother as an unfit mother at the age of between 6 and 7 years old. And I was taken away from my other siblings because we all had different fathers. I was very upset with my mother for a long time. She told me she was going to get custody back of me, and she never did. She died when I was 27 years old, and all I wanted was my motherly love. Although my father did take very good care of me, he gave me everything I didn't have with my mother. We had an outdoor toilet. We had to pee in a bucket at night. We had no electricity. We didn't have no running water. We had a water pump. We was cold. We went to school hungry. My hair was matted up and natty. The kids used to joke on me because I smelled like pee, because we all slept in the same bed, and some of my siblings peed on themselves. We wore dirty clothes. We had roaches, and my father took custody of me, and I had my own room. You know, I had brand new clothes. I had shoes. I had coats. I had hats. I had my own bathroom. I could flush it. I could take a bath. I could take a shower. I can brush my teeth, which I didn't with my mother. So my life with my father was much better. He's a man, so he raised me how to cook, how to clean, how to provide, and how to take care of myself. But I was still missing something. Even though he gave me everything that I needed for a little girl, I was still missing something. I was missing the love of my mother. And I used to run away from the age of 10 years old up until 14, 15. I went to Job Corps at 16. I was in every group home, every detention home there was in my city, to keep me from running away. I stayed in abandoned cars, ditches. I hid behind trees. I walked the woods at night, hiding from the police so they wouldn't catch me running away. And I was only looking for my mother. And most times I did find her at different people's houses, but she never gave me the greeting that I wanted. She never gave me the hug, the kiss, the worry. Actually, she sent me on my way. She may have given me a ride back to my area, but she never rang my dad's doorbell and said, hey, something's going on here. None of that. So I kept running away, just to see her and just to see my siblings, hoping one day she would give me a hug, hoping one day she would say, I love you, hoping one day that she would give me what I wanted. But it never happened in my childhood or my adulthood. She died when I was 27 years old. So I felt like we had plenty of time to, get this straight. But until I took all the attention off of me and put it on my mother, I've come to find out, even at the age of 40, right now I'm 54, that she was battling so much, because I had unforgiveness in my heart as an adult, because how could a mother let her daughter just go just like that? And I was the firstborn. But she had 6 other children. We all had different fathers, but they was left in the dysfunction that my father took me out of. And I just wanted my mother's love. I just wanted her to hug me. Even if I did not have to live with her, I was just looking for those words, those emotions, those feelings. So let me tell you how God blessed me. Because I didn't receive that, God took my trauma and he turned it into victory for his glory. So now I have an in-home preschool for like the last 13 years, since 2011, where I'm able to give the love and the affection and the care to other people's children that I did not receive while they're at work or at school. And it's the best feeling in the world, but I didn't know that was my calling. I just knew that I missed my mother and I wanted that love. And I used to drive down the road with my dad, being in the back seat and seeing a family in the car at the stoplight, the dad driving, the mom in the front seat, and the children in the back with the dog, with the little stuff on the top of the car, like going on vacation. And that's something that I always dreamed for. And even to this day, I have not received it. But personally for myself, but I'm able to help other families. And that's the best feeling in the world, to be able to give something that I did not receive. But I want to share my journey with you. If you can like and share this video, because I'm going to start showing off all what God has done for me in my life. Of my preschool, of a day in preschool that I'm able to develop these little children, to be able to enrich their lives and able to make them feel safe and secure, and not just the children, but parent, to make them feel warm. I know how it is to leave your children at daycare and not knowing if are they okay. I know that feeling that nothing is going to be right until you get that feeling inside. I don't care what no one say. There's a certain feeling that you get when you know your children are not in good hands, and when you know everything's great. And if everything's not great, then you're not feeling your part of the day. You're upset, you're irritable until you find out that your children are loved and being taken care of. So that's my job. My job is to make the parent feel secure when they leave their children with me, and be able to have a full day at work, being happy, and being their children. You'll be able to see that on their face and their smiles when you come pick them up. And that's the best feeling in the world, to have the confidence of the parent knowing that I'm taking good care of their children. But if you can share this video, I'm going to have more videos of days of preschool, of what we do throughout the day, my curriculum, my individualized curriculum, my plans, how it started, and all that kind of good stuff. But right now, I just want to give you an introduction of how God used my loss of love to be able to love others. Thank you so much for taking your time out there listening to me. Until next time, this is Double R, and you be blessed. The thief only comes to steal and kill and destroy. That's John 10:10. But Jeremiah 1:5 says, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you, and before you were born, I consecrated you. I appointed you a prophet to the nations. And also God's word says, Jeremiah 29:11, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope in the future.